So I post a video talking about China's government spying within the United States, and about 20 minutes later, I learn about this. A press conference announcing charges for 13 Chinese nationals accused of influencing and spying on the United States for China's government. And at the time of recording and posting that previous video, I had no idea that this had happened. But it wouldn't have changed anything I said, except maybe talking about the charges in that original video instead of now making a second video. As I talked about in that video, countries spying on each other and spying on their own citizens in foreign countries is pretty much business as usual. But charges against foreign national spies is not really business as usual. When it comes to prosecuting spying, we normally catch the source, not the handler. Meaning the majority of spying cases are us charging an American citizen or an American worker who has turned over secrets to a foreign spy versus us charging the foreign spy. And there's a few different reasons for this. One, it's easier to catch the source than it is the handler. The source is not skilled in what they're doing. Usually they know next to zero tradecraft. They know the basics that their handler may have taught them that allow them to get the information they need. And a lot of times they're considered expendable by their handler. So this means once the handler gets the information they need, that handler can bounce. The handler has access to an intelligence agency and an entire country's resources, while the source does not. Reason 2, there's kind of an unspoken gentleman's agreement between countries about intelligence operations. And that agreement is, if you get caught, you get caught. We know you're doing it, but we won't mess with your agents if you don't mess with ours. And that generally translates to, let us get our person back, you deal with the leaks within your own country, and when it happens on return, we'll do the same. You get your person back, and then we'll deal with our own leaks. And those reasons are why you see more headlines stating American worker accused of spying for ex-government versus blank national accused of spying against United States government. So this press announcement is a little bit bigger deal than normal. Again, not World War III, the sky is falling type of announcement. But it is something to pay attention to. Some of the interesting things to pay attention to is to see what shift comes between the relationship between the two governments that is already limited. Also to see what posturing comes from both. How is China going to respond to this? But the most interesting thing from an intelligence standpoint would be why the shift from the traditionalism of plugging our own holes to going after the actual handlers. And there's a ton of speculation that can be done about this due to a multitude of different reasons. And I'm not going to fully speculate into all of the possibilities. But the one idea that I will speculate on, and that I will state, is this may be reactionary. It is a possibility that this is a reaction to China's government announcing that they are attempting to remove themselves out of international law. More specifically, removing themselves out of international law related to how they deal with espionage and extraction of their own citizens from foreign countries. Because this move by China's government to pull themselves out of international law creates a worry. A worry that China's government after this will no longer honor and play by the unspoken gentleman's agreement within the intelligence community. This could be the preemptive message of, if you will not honor and play by the gentleman's agreement, then neither will we. But again, that's speculation, and that's all the speculation I'm going to do on this. But it'll be really interesting to see how this plays out over the next couple of months.